Right, this isn't normally how the episodes start, is it? If you're listening to this or if you're watching this, me and Adam started recording on Monday night. As you listen to this on the Tuesday, 27th of October. We finished at 9:45. Like 5 minutes later, the seismic news is that Brendan Rodgers has resigned from Celtic Football Club. Not been sacked, has walked away. It turns out it's not just Rangers in Glasgow that do walking away, it's Celtic as well.
Yay!
So, this is just a really quick little start where we're going to get our reaction because we didn't want to put the episode out without it. So, Adam, welcome back to our chat, but welcome to the
Thank
episode
you.
for everybody else. How are you feeling right now?
Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. Cheerio, cheerio.
I think we could end it there, to be honest.
Bye! Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
We've broken with 4-0. We've broken them with 3-1. I'm just going to read the statement because there's a part of this statement that is
Charlie Mulgrew,
mental.
ex-manager.
It could be. Have you seen who's interim?
Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney, is it not?
What's going on? By the way, today Martin O'Neill said that he thinks Hearts will win the league. So that's some laugh.
Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio.
So the statement simply says Celtic Football Club can confirm that football manager Brendan Rodgers has today tendered his resignation. It's been accepted by the club and Brendan will leave his role with immediate effect. The club appreciates Brendan's contribution to Celtic during his two very successful periods at the club. Brendan leaves Celtic with our thanks for the role he has played during a period of continued success for the club, and we wish him further success in the future. The process to appoint a new permanent manager is underway and the club will update support us further on this as soon as possible. We are pleased that during this interim period, former Celtic manager Martin O'Neill, who's like 85, and former Celtic player Sean Maloney, who was one of the worst Hibs managers of my lifetime, have agreed to take charge of Celtic first team matters. Further details will be confirmed shortly. Adam, are you surprised?
Yeah, actually, I am, to be fair.
Yep.
It appears that Mr. I'm here for 3 years has decided against that.
I'm not.
Won't even see 2.5 of it. So, yeah. I mean, he only came back to Celtic to kind of raise his stock, so to speak. The Gorgie Juggernaut's now here and he's well and truly shat it. So, catch you after, Brendan. Thanks for the memories.
That's pretty much my thoughts. The question that is immediately on everybody's lips is Ange Ball coming back?
I really hope not, because I'd
Yeah.
like Ange. Let's give them Gary O'Neill.
I'd happily have that. That
He's
would be
got an
fine
Irish
with me.
sounding name, even
That
though he's
would
an
be
Englishman.
totally fine with me. It is just the most us thing that we nearly missed this.
We've got a habit of this.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
But
no
yeah,
matter.
huge news. However, as a result, you will now hear the rest of the episode. There will then be things that we say that probably don't make sense or that you go, why aren't you acknowledging that? This is why. Hit the intro, bye, and hi.
Cheerio!
Hello and welcome back to the Perth to Paisley Podcast, episode number 213, the podcast covering the team that is on everyone's lips in the world of football that are just unfathomably 8 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership and did that with a 3-1 weekend over the reigning champion Celtic. I'm not on drugs when I say that. You're not on drugs listening to that. It's actually happening. To try and discuss and formulate our opinions and thoughts, I, as ever, am Daniel McIver, joined by Adam Kennedy. Adam, in the last episode, we ended it by saying, for you personally, we wanted to do it for your dad on what would have been his 60th birthday. I don't think it could have gone any better for him. How are you and how was your head on Sunday?
I don't think that any of his pals or any of his family could have given him a better present than that.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. You mentioned 8 points clear. Dad's quote unquote lucky number was eight. 8 points clear, 8 wins from 9 games, and we took the lead in the 8th minute.
Oh my God.
So I was in bits on Sunday watching that, particularly when we took the lead second half, and then the kind of minutes of madness that then led to our third goal. Did that stop me sweating until about 90 minutes? No, despite Celtic being fairly rubbish with their performance and not really causing Hearts a great deal of stress. And again, like Cammy Devlin being man of the match, that could not have gone any better.
Yeah.
So, in terms of kind of the squad and their efforts, I'm genuinely lost for words. I can't be any more appreciative. It's obviously shit that he's not here to see it, but he will have seen it. So yeah, it's just it's wild. Like just the perfect day for what would have been an otherwise shit day.
Yeah.
And the best present. Like the weekend was made. It really was. I'm assuming that it was just as good for you in the stands at Tynecastle Park because it looked fantastic. I was a tad envious of everybody that was inside that ground, but I think it's for the best.
Tell you what made it even a wee bit better is that I was standing behind enemy lines, my Celtic supporting uncle, who was sat beside us and just sat at each goal that went in. Fair play to him, he came in a maroon top. So, fair play. I will say, though, he had the kiss of death last season because he went in 9 of our games last season and he didn't see us pick up a single point. So, as soon as I heard that he was coming for the first game of the season, I was like, fuck off.
Stay away.
No chance. But no, even he, the Grim Reaper himself, can he bring down this Hearts team because it was just unbelievable. Listen, you speak about nerves. When everybody was doing the huddle and the Poznan, I was not doing it. When everybody was singing Sacked in the Morning, I was not doing it. When people were olaying, I was not doing it. When we got to the 93rd out of 94th minute, I allowed myself to think we might get a draw from this. I was a bag of nerves. But as you say, when you look at it from a neutral perspective or go back, from the minute Lawrence Shanklin's penalty goes in, there's nothing to worry about.
No, and their best efforts are from range, and even then, like Schwolo's kind of scrambling, but their efforts are well wide in the end. Granted, on the telly, it didn't look as though they were well wide at the time they were being struck. But yes, just incredible. Like I can't remember us comfortable a win over Celtic at home. I mean, we're talking since that 4-0, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess, the 4-0.
That was just one of those days where it was like, it had, like, Celtic's record-breaking run had to come to an end at some stage.
Yeah.
But this, I don't think there's any doubt in terms of the team that wanted it more, the team that were on the front foot right from the very off, that were hungry, that were desperate to reward the fans, and boy, did they give us something to cheer and rant and rave about. So absolutely thrilled and could not be any prouder of the team and more appreciative of everybody that took part and gave the old man a happy heavenly birthday.
100%. But before we analyse the nuts and bolts of the game, we do, of course, have to get around the grounds. And I was saying to you just before we came on that our win actually took even more importance in the later hours of Sunday because this has probably been the first weekend where results haven't gone our way in terms of just the teams we want to lose all kind of won.
But in saying that, what's most important is we're not relying on other results. We can pick up results ourselves. So
100%.
At the end of the day, like it hasn't really mattered up to now. Yeah. It will do in the coming weeks, months. But yeah, I do get your frustration. But absolutely nothing was going to spoil.
No, not at all.
Or the weekend because it's just like this is genuinely insane. They even brought up the odds, the title odds, in the broadcast. Heart of Midlothian are 6-4 to win the Scottish Premiership. Do you actually, can you comprehend how insane that
No,
is?
no, I can't. It's
That
just
is mental. Absolutely mental. What are we witnessing? This is like the ultimate halcyon days. I've not even done anything yet.
yeah, nothing's
This
happened.
is wild.
We're 9 games in. It's the most Hearts thing
It's
ever.
we're not even broken into November yet.
Nah,
What have we
we've
had?
no hit double digits in games, and
This
these
is
are
a
our halcyon
simulation.
days. Most folk have halcyon years. We've got 9 games.
Halcyon weeks, halcyon months,
Yeah,
maybe? Yeah.
exactly.
Wild.
On the Saturday, up until the 72nd minute, it was 1-1 in every single game. However, then they all kind of sprung to
The
life.
late show.
Motherwell finally got a win away at Livingston with the help of Hearts loanee Macaulay Tate with
What's
a
he doing?
wild Jordan McGee-esque handball.
But
Falkirk, listen, talking about how good everything
no,
is,
here we
right?
go. A lucky number 8 again.
Lucky number 8. Daniel McIver, me, the man you're listening to now, the beautiful voice coming in your ears. He said 8th, right? I said 8th for Falkirk at the start of the season. I was roundly mocked.
You
Pretty
really
much,
go to Celtic in midweek, yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, listen, the bubble's going to burst then. Imagine if McGowan gets a result.
Oh, then it's on. Then
Then
it is
it
on.
is on. But it's been a good couple of weeks for me as Falkirk ran out 2-1 winners at home to Dundee. And then what's going on at St Mirren? Because Dundee United ran out
Don't say
eventual.
that.
I know, we'll get to that. Dundee United ran out eventual 3-1 winners against St Mirren with, again, talking about things going in our favour, Alex Gogic being suspended for Wednesday night as he received a straight red for an absolutely insane challenge that Michael Stewart said was never a foul. And if you think that's a red card, you don't think football is for you. On the Sunday, our game obviously happened, which we'll get to. Rangers, did they click for the first time this season? I don't know.
No.
But in Danny Roll's first home league game, they ran out 3-1 victors against Stuart Kettlewell's Kilmarnock. And then a bit of an annoying result.
Yeah.
However, there is the caveat of there's funny aspects of it.
It's at Aberdeen's expense, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hibs went up to Pittodrie and after getting absolutely scudded by James Penrice and co. in midweek, Aberdeen did not bounce back with anything as they fell to a 2-1 loss to Hibs. But if you look at the highlights in the play of the game, it should have been about 5-1
Could have been
Hibs.
another 6-0.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that they were still in it is more a comment on Hibs' poor finishing
100%.
rather than Aberdeen. What did you make of the other 5 games from the weekend?
I fancied a draw at Tannadice, so when I saw that Dundee United left it late to beat St Mirren, that was kind of annoying. It just seems like everybody's going to draw with everybody else, and we'll just continue to win games.
I am fine with that.
Absolutely. Did fancy Motherwell to beat Livingston. However, as you say, what on earth is Macaulay Tate doing? Elijah Just, great composure at the last, but again, I think the Livy keeper Jerome Prior is decent.
Yeah.
To get beat at his near post like that in the kind of dying embers of the game, really, really poor. I'm starting to worry for Livy a bit. I thought they'd be all right in terms of kind of switching up and what have you, but just haven't seemed to find any form of consistency or kind of a winning remedy as of yet. Falkirk, I mean, I was going to call him Elvis Presley. Stephen Presley must be absolutely tearing his hair out.
Yeah.
How on earth can you be so comprehensive against Celtic one week and then get beat away to newly promoted Falkirk the next? However, that being said, the boy Allen's goal is
just unbelievable. Yeah. He's
Crazy.
A centre half.
On his first league start for them, I think. I'm pretty sure that was said in commentary. Yeah. And the composure, unbelievable. Good win for the Bairns, albeit that is their first home victory, so I'm not going to, be beating their drum like you. I love John McGlynn, so I do hope they stay up, and it would be nice to see that. But something refreshing for the top tier at least. Rangers finally win at home for the first time in 5 months, which is a
It's just
bizarre statistic. But again,
wild.
need to account for the summer, but still, it's very rare that we can
Yeah.
say that. So we're going to let that fly. Um, Kelly, yeah, they've just dropped like a stone now. I mean, they were third
They
when
have
they
done
played
what
us.
Stuart Kettlewell does at
Yeah.
every single club he's ever at, but it's just kind of been
Now
sped
they're
up.
like eighth. It's like
Yeah.
how on earth have you dropped so low in literally a week? But then you look at it and like the table is a complete and utter
At
mess.
3:30 on Saturday, Dundee were third, and they now sit 11th, 10th. They now sit 10th.
Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah.
And then obviously, yeah, Hibs was the only dampener on the day, but it's quite funny that it's Aberdeen's expense.
Aberdeen just look a bit because
I'm worried because they actually go to Kelly of all places in midweek.
I know.
I think that could be the end for Jimmy Tilleen if they get beat. And I'll be honest, I do kind of fancy Kelly just to pull it out of the hat.
I
Because I guess as you say, Aberdeen look awful. Like how is he still in that job?
They don't even just look awful. It happens very rarely when teams are playing so badly. It looks like they literally don't have a system. It's not just like, oh yeah, they look bad because like Livingston don't look great this season, but it's like they've got a very clear defined system, and it's just do they do it well / can other teams get through it?
But Aberdeen have then gone to the back three and they've picked up back-to-back wins, and everybody thinks that they've turned the corner, and then they get their arses felt.
But they're playing Armstrong. They're playing Armstrong as like a
properly.
6.
Yeah,
Like Stuart Armstrong's playing as a 6. They're just randomly putting guys in at random points. Ellie Yuan's goal.
there's no consistency. That's something else I was going to say. I forgot Eli Yuan even existed.
Mad.
Like you genuinely forget he's still there.
Yeah, insane.
And how he's got the freedom of the entire Granite City to just.
Is it Alfie
wander
Dorrington
through.
that's running
I think it
behind
is.
him? Who just looks
Yeah.
like he's running in quicksand.
Oh, it looks like he's running on Aberdeen Beach.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And Yuan just powers through. I see Josh Campbell celebrating before he's even tucked it away. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, dickhead. But
11
that was
points,
annoying.
lads. 11 points.
Settle yourself. So yeah, a wild weekend, a crazy weekend, but overall a very satisfying weekend.
Yes.
Because regardless of the other 5 fixtures, Hearts did the business. This is fucking it. Come on.
By the way, just as an aside, this means nothing to anyone, including you, as you listen to the podcast, because of the way I've got my setup to look at like notes, tables, results. There is just a GIF of Kizaridis' goal going in the whole time that I'm watching this. I'm not taking that off my screen. I'm
No.
watching that the entire recording here.
Let's just watch that on loop for an hour. Let's
Yeah.
just replace our faces with that.
It's
for
the
rest of
behind
episode.
shot as you see Dane Murray pull his foot away. But we'll get to that. Don't you worry. Dane Murray, I think we'll say Dane Murray more than anything else in this
The
entire
Great
episode.
Dane.
Yep, exactly. Oh, that might be an episode title. We had Just Can't Get Enough, but A Great Dane is a good shout. I like that. However, before we even knew about Dane Murray's existence, Derek McInnes lined up with the same Hearts team. Once again, 5 in a row. What did you
Here
make
we
of it?
go, 10 in a row. It was, not particularly surprising.
As you on the bench, though, was kind of the main talking point.
Yeah, that was nice to see. Because obviously, again, I think there was kind of murmurs on Twitter, wasn't there? Like, people are very anxious because we've actually shelled out big money by our standards.
I have never seen. I know we're jumping around here, but the moment when he ran back in front of me and took his bib off, I'm not exaggerating. I know you weren't at the game, so you didn't see this. I am not exaggerating. I did it as well. Everybody in the new stand stood up and applauded him. Like we all did.
To be fair, home debut, like I don't mind that at a club record signing.
But it's just so funny. It's like you won a lot of money, so we are going to just act like you're a god. And I'll say it quietly.
The Holy Grail, and we've seen you perform once, but now twice.
Say it quietly. He was quite shite when he came on. He didn't really do anything, but it's fine.
I had that chance, but again, we forgive you. We forgive you. But yes, sorry, as you rightly say,
is Borchgrevink alive?
Was nice. Don't think so. I don't think so. He and Callum Neuenhoff are down under somewhere. They're just they're on their own wee island. But yeah, very much of the opinion if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it was nice because I saw Joel Sked and I think Barry Anderson both answered questions as to where the hell Ajay is. He was back on the grass prior to the match, and obviously was therefore fit enough to feature in the matchday squad, which is good. Everybody's worrying about our most prized asset because of the cash that we've spent on him. So we're expecting big things, and he, like countless others, haven't really featured yet, given how well the starting 11 has performed. That's what I find mental. Sorry, before we just kind of discuss the game, but every show that I kind of listen to at the minute is like, Hearts have got a really good squad. They've got options on the bench. I'm like, how do you know that? Because
how do we know?
We've barely seen any of them kick a ball. That's basically on the basis that Pierre Cabori scored a hat-trick for his country, not done anything for us yet. Sabakar Jota provided the cross for Craig Halkett to score the derby winner. Ajay's been seen once in West Lothian, but now again, okay, he's made his home debut now.
Magnuson comes on for the last 5 minutes, walks about and then joins in the celebration.
Just shells about and then just kids on that he's played the entire 90.
I love him, by the way. I love him because of that.
And even then, it's like Michael Steinvender comes on and is occasionally playing right back because McEntee just gives his all and is absolutely dead on his feet.
Yeah. So,
yeah, we do have a plethora of options, but how do you know if they're strong? Because we haven't really seen that come to the fore yet.
Yeah. You're wrong, actually. We're not going to go into the game because the more important thing or more interesting thing I wanted to discuss is the Celtic lineup. Because I just have a question for you. Once you hear this team, a 4-3-3, Schmeichel in goals, a back four of Tierney, Scales, the two youngsters of Murray and Donovan, a midfield three of Hatate, McGregor and Engels, and a front three of, I never know how to say this guy's name. Is it Tunetke?
Just call him
Seb. Nygren and Kenny. Is that the worst Celtic lineup you've ever seen at Tynecastle?
I mean, in terms of for the money spent on it, yeah, it probably is.
Well, thank you for raising that point there.
I was going to say, I seem to recall that Ange Postecoglou's kind of first Celtic team that
he had like Tony Ralston and Starfelt got chucked in.
He ended up scoring, so
yeah, true. Like, and Starfelt ended up being really good, like even though he had a nightmare that game.
I don't know. I mean, you've chucked this to me. I probably should have done more kind of
diligence and the research, point was kind of just about to be the second point, but you perfectly
but for the cash they've spent, I mean, yeah,
right.
It's not good. And I think again, this is kind of brought to the fore because everybody sees the players that we've signed for the fees that we've signed them for, then just goes, right, well, how can our scouting team not do that? And it's like, well, because you don't have a certain software. That's all it comes down to, really.
But as expected from a lot of media and kind of neutrals / rivals.
I mean, Charlie Mulgrew deemed it a Celtic reserve team.
But this is my point.
He's backtracked in a week, so
this is my point.
Around your big peas and barley.
A lot of people are saying it was just a Celtic reserves. So listen, Hearts on form should have beat them. How much money do you think the starting 11 of Celtic was bought for? Not market worth, was bought for. With a reminder that Kieran Tierney was a free. McGregor, Donovan and Murray are all academy guys.
Schmeichel on a free.
It's
just in the forward areas, isn't it? So
pretty
you're talking
much.
Engels 11. What did they pay for Hatate? Couple mil? Probably, I guess. So it's 13, 15 and a bit for, if you include Nygren, probably, I don't know, $500,000 for Kenny or something. No idea what they bought for Tinecte. I'd say about 17, 18 million.
The starting 11 for Celtic at the weekend, I wanted to get this in really early, was bought for £23.25 million.
Jesus.
Could you guess how much our starting 11 was bought for?
1.5.
So there's two technicalities to this. One is that technically Shankland now was a free because
I didn't factor that, but sure.
And also, we don't actually know the price of the development fee we paid for Benny Beningame. That's not actually listed anywhere. So let's even say it's 100 grand, right? Even let's say it was 100 grand.
Okay.
Including that 100 grand, our starting 11 cost £730,000. And the cheek of some folk to go, well, of course Hearts were going to beat them. Shut the fuck up. It is unbelievable. There's £23 million of difference.
Yeah, but I mean, you're kind of also neglecting the fact that there was there was just some nonsense agenda pushed by, like, like one of these generic, like, Scottish football fan accounts, and
Aye.
it's like Celtic will beat Hearts on
Oh,
Sunday.
that was I
Make it
got
out as
so
though they're
angry at that.
underdogs, and I'm like, come on, like,
Got so
give it
angry
a
at that.
rest. They'd lost one league game up to that point. Yes, they'd kind of scraped past Sturm Graz in Europe, but it's like, come on. Like, this just such a lazy narrative.
Yeah.
Like, and do you know what? It's you've got kind of those fans, and then it's like, I don't know, there's some kind of weird complex where you've got, like, these that were pushing that it was an underdog story. You've got some that are just arrogant and are adamant that our bubble's going to burst at some stage and that we're not used to challenging for league titles, which is correct. But there's some that go about that in the humble way, in the nice way, and you can genuinely engage in conversation with them. And then there's others that are just complete arrogant wanks. And it's like, if Hearts were to do the unthinkable, they would be the first kind of people that you would immediately look to kind of shove it down their throat.
Well, it's why yesterday, as we record this, was so
It's
good
just so
because
pleasing.
it was just like, get it up, fucking oyes. It was so good. And the game that was so good gave Adam Kennedy what he always dreams of, a fast start. Because inside 3 minutes, a very nice move ends up at Alexandros Kazarides with clearly the MO was run at these young guys, Kizzy. That's all you need to do, as he whips a ball in for Shankland, but he just puts it past the post and the side net.
Do you know, I was actually disappointed that Brendan Rodgers started Colby Donovan, because I rate him more than Anthony Ralston. I'm not having Ralston in a month of
That's
Sundays.
fair. Yeah.
And I think Colby Donovan, from what I've seen, was actually looked like a decent young talent. But I'll be astonished if he got a full 8 hours of sleep last night. I mean, he must be still dreaming of, well, I say dreaming. Alexandros Kazarides will be keeping him awake, because my goodness gracious me, did he run that boy ragged. And as you say, McIver, say it virtually every single week. Absolutely adore when Hearts got off to a fast start. And Alexandros Kazarides just epitofied, like, it basically just summed up all of that. Like, he was unbelievable. And he knows exactly how to get the crowd on side. Like, the crowd were up for it. And see, like, these little things that they're just minute details. But something like your first attack is so important in terms of getting the crowd on side and getting the fans up for it. And like, the first chance falling to us, it's like, yeah, come on, like, we can do this today. Like, this is our day. And then you're just like, even after that first chance, ultimately it comes to nothing. But it's like, yeah, come on, let's see the next one. Let's see the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Like, foot to the floor, let's fucking go. On the front foot, at it. Again, like, it's so simple. Again, I saw a Rangers fan tweet, a solid centre-back partnership, wingers that run at their man and can take them on, a midfield that will run for days, and a goal scorer. It's amazing how far that gets you. It really is. Like, football is so fucking simple.
But at the same time, that's times, so hard to get.
100%. And we've been crying out for all of these at the same time. We've often had, like, one or two of them that can't quite complement others, and others aren't quite at that level. But it's just it's coming together, and this, like, this is probably a performance that kind of shows that and shows that to people. I think it's not to say that it's kind of us laying a marker, but it shows that we can compete. That's for sure.
Well, ironically, It was none of those things you just mentioned that gave us the lead.
I'm not complaining.
No, not at all, because a throw-in is played on the Wheatfield side. It ends up back at Stephen Kingsley, who swings in a great ball, very
Lovely
deep,
cross
to Lawrence Shankland, who heads brilliantly back across. And Claudio Braga does something that I very rarely... I would say the one weakness of Braga's game has been headers, because he's often got them really close to the keeper
You think
or
of
off
that one
target.
at Livingston, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. And the one at Dundee United as well, where it was just right at the keeper's hands. This is his best header yet. It's right in the corner.
Good save.
But of course, Schmeichel makes a very good save. It lands at the feet of Lawrence Shankland, who is simply just putting it back in the mixer into a dangerous area. No, not at all. I'll tell you who does panic is the right-footed young centre-half, Dane Murray, who just swings a boot at it. His weaker left foot. And in fairness to him, it's top bins. It's right in the top corner. Nearly takes Schmeichel's head off.
You can see what he's trying to do. It just comes off his shin. But my God, I was not complaining. I literally screamed. Like, I think I basically woke up. It was like midday. But like, I basically alerted the entire estate. That's honestly what it felt like. I felt like the worst person in the world. I felt like, like when somebody's car alarm goes off in the middle of the night, and you're like, "Can you shut the fuck up?" That would have been
you are the car alarm.
Yeah, I was said car alarm.
I also really appreciated, I don't know if you even picked up on this, Graham Easton in the game gave it to Shankland. He went, the opening the goal scoring is your number 9 Lawrence Shankland. And everybody laughed.
That's incredible.
It's so funny. But
yeah, so I was taken aback because on 8 minutes, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is our day today. This is it. And then...
Well, then 4 minutes later happens as just... immediately, and it's the one critique I'll have of the game, immediately we dropped 5 yards. We just stopped pressing in the way we were. Our intensity stopped completely.
But this is the main critique.
The main critique. We just completely dropped off, and it allowed Celtic to get a lot more dominant to the ball. And as I say, 4 minutes later, Celtic play a very nice move with Callum McGregor at the heart of it. He works the ball out to the near side to me on the newsstand side. Kieran Tierney cuts it back across to basically the penalty spot. And then Callum McGregor, the man who pretty much started the move, is there to sweep it past Alexander Schwolo, conceding his first goal in a Hearts jersey 5 games into his career. It's 1-1. And I'll be honest, at this point, I kind of went, I've definitely seen this script before.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. And it's a great goal. It's just so easy for
we just got torn apart. Devlin, but listen, so Devlin will get more than enough praise in this episode as we go beyond. But he's ball watching. He just goes towards the ball and leaves McGregor.
And later on in the second half, Brendan Rodgers takes our man Taneke off.
I couldn't believe that.
Neither could I. For that boy Balikwisha, who's another that they paid good money for, I've been watching for 18 months, and his rank, like, it's annoying because it's like the major criticisms are that Kieran Tierney hasn't been at the level that Celtic fans are used to.
He is finished, man. He is done.
And people have said the same about Callum McGregor. So when you see the pair of them combine and score, you're like, oh no, like people can't be serious if these two are finished because they've torn us open with ease.
Yeah,
and it's a phenomenal finish from McGregor. But I think there's just that little element of game management there where maybe, as you say, we unintentionally or kind of just get into habit of dropping 5 yards when we don't need to. That was their first opportunity, because we were on the front foot, like I say. We were asking questions of, young fullbacks, young centre-halves, an experienced goalkeeper. So for them to then equalise with their first attack, it was like this is kind of the level, isn't it, really? Like, as much as Celtic have faced, criticism and scrutiny, and I'd like to remind everyone, they've only lost twice in the league, so it is a bit over the top. But still, like, this kind of shows you that even kind of the narratives that were being created pre-match, Celtic have still got good players. It's not like they're
Yes.
completely hopeless.
Yeah.
And this is just, said good players that are allegedly finished,
Yeah.
proving their worth and trying to hold them back into the game. Like, because again, even at the early stage, I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going 8 points clear today. And then it's like, oh shit, we're back down to 5. It's like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, don't let it go down to 2.
Yeah, it
Like,
could
it's
be two.
the psyche, even like, this is something that we as a club are not used to.
Yeah.
So this is probably the biggest test in terms of like the coming weeks and months and fixtures. I've got no doubt that the talent is there within the team. We've got match winners in the final third that basically here win us this game. It's kind of the other side of football that you don't necessarily see. The reminder that they're human beings, they're going through normal things in life just as we all do, um, but are then kind of carrying a burden and an expectation that's steadily growing. So yes, it's very hard. That was basically a kind of reminder and pulling us back down to earth so
Yeah.
quickly after the ideal and perfect start.
So that opening 12 minutes, I would say we would definitely be a team. But then this kind of allowed a 25-ish minute period where Celtic were on top. Two major things happened in the 25 minutes. The first being, we were speaking about, obviously, commemorating your dad. The game was also commemorating another hugely influential individual in
Another
the Hearts
hugely
community.
influential individual.
Well, I was going to say, no disrespect to your dad. I think Zalukis is a bit more influential.
Just a bit.
Just a wee bit. Marius Zalukis, 5 years ago, it'll be on Halloween when we were playing that semi final against Hibs. The news came through that he had died. And in the 26th minute, we raised a tifo and there was a moment's applause. However, I said on Twitter, quite fitting. During the minute applause, the man that I christened the modern day Marius Zalukis for the fact that
shells it out of play.
He's a bit mad, he's a bit erratic sometimes, but he is the most beloved member of the squad and everybody adores him. Cammy Devlin gets into a physical altercation with captain of Celtic Football Club, Callum McGregor.
Does it sound like him?
It doesn't sound like him at all. Can't believe it. I, at the time, just was going to mention it from a kind of like, oh, haha, isn't it ironic that during the Zal commemoration we saw a very Zal moment? However, I actually think it was quite a big turning point because from that moment, McGregor lost all impact on the game. Devlin got in his head. McGregor did nothing for the rest of the game since that happened. I will also say, watching it back, it is a genuine joke McGregor doesn't get booked because he pushes McLean away. He pushes McLean away when he's trying to stop him getting to Devlin. He pushes McLean's arms away. It's like, you've just put your hands on an official. You cannot do that.
I know. There was Paolo Di Canio shoving a referee over and getting a yellow back in the 90s. It's like, why has that changed? Is it just because of the strip that he's wearing? Probably.
But just Cammy Devlin in that moment, it was like, that's why we're going to win today, because that's our mentality. It's just, come on then, let's go. Yeah. I'm going to wind you up.
Let's see what you're made of.
Yeah.
You mentioned Marius Zalukis there. I actually did go to the Memorial Garden on Friday.
Yes.
Hearts do these kind of services throughout the year. So I chose for me, my mum, my sister, and my missus to go on the Friday.
Lovely.
The 24th, as that was obviously closest to Dad's birthday. My pals, who support, a whole range of teams, helped put money towards a plaque for my dad at Tynecastle and whatever. And obviously in the Memorial Garden was Marius Zalukis as well. So it's really nice that. I'd strongly encourage those that are thinking about doing so, if you haven't already, to shell out for one of those plaques. Because again, like the ceremony that we had and whatever, it wasn't just our family there, but there was countless other families. The chaplain comes along. Gary Locke was there.
Of course he was.
Of course, what a gig he's got, by the way. And like tea, coffee provided, and whatever. And they've got the little black book, so we signed in for the
Yeah.
black book and whatever, to show that we were there. But that was lovely, and that's basically kind of where my weekend started. And I'm really pleased to see Manny Salukas obviously recognised as well. And 26 was his number. 26 was Dad's birthday. So again, it's like, yeah,
God, it
like
is just
the
wild. Like,
stars, the stars were well and truly aligned in my calendar.
Jesus.
I honestly couldn't believe it. Even my mum, who's not a big football fan by any stretch of the imagination, basically rang me after the game to say, I've been listening to the radio on 86 minutes. She was in bed. She was like, I can't believe it. The movie
Yeah.
points clear. Your dad would be so delighted. I'm like, yes, mum. Like, this is like, I've been living this since August. Like, fucking wakey.
Yeah, just, I mean, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I tell you what else was amazing. We finally got clarification if the new German boy's good in goals. We got the clarification
Sort of.
with everything that I've said since he joined. He cannot kick for shit because,
He went from zero to hero here.
yeah, the only other real highlight of the first half was Alexander Schwolo goes for a long kick out and it goes about 10 yards. Hatate picks it up. Celtic break very quickly. It gets cut back to Benjamin Nygren, who, right, I want to get your thoughts on this because people have said one of two things. Either he fucks it because he tries to chip Schwolo as he like takes a touch, tries to chip him. Or people go, for example, Neil Lennon said he kind of does everything right. And it's an amazing save from Schwolo, who is diving the other way, but brings his right hand up to save it and push it away. He then apologises to everybody. I couldn't believe
that.
they missed it. Yeah.
I love the apology because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
because it was such a nothing ball. Like Hatate
Yeah.
does some raj, like
He gets his foot higher than his head.
unbelievable, and I'm like, how on earth have you got to that? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're in. It's like, how did that even just happen? I don't think it's necessarily a case of one or the other. I think both can exist. I think Nika's got to score.
Yeah.
But it's an unbelievable save from
Yeah, it's
Schwolo.
ridiculous.
So I think it's a sitter, but ultimately he goes from zero to hero because the kick out's one of the worst I've ever seen, but redeems himself with a phenomenal save. And again, immediately apologises. Do not mind it whatsoever. Everybody's entitled to make mistakes. As I've alluded to a mere 5-10 minutes ago, you're all human beings. It's fine. Like, nobody need panic. It's
Yeah.
only a game. Relax.
Yes.
We're well and truly in this. As you say, Celtic were coming into it, but I think from there on in, like, there was only ever going to be one team that would
because
retake the lead almost.
In the last 10 minutes of the half, whilst we didn't really create any clear-cut chances, Kizeri just got on the ball more, he was cutting them, we were getting corners, and I felt that in the final 10 minutes, I felt the first 10 and the last 10 of the half, we were the better side.
Really good, yeah.
That middle 25 minutes, I would say, the better team. You get to half-time, we come out...
taking that all day, could I just say.
100%.
And particularly when you're the better team. Like, I know I often say that if we're only a goal up, it's to kind of kill it off, get that second, but I think there wasn't a kind of acceptance that we would score again. It was a belief that no, we are good enough to score again. We've got match winners who we've seen kind of glimpses of today, but haven't produced anything just yet. And they ultimately stepped up their efforts in the second half, and we score as a result.
Yeah, and we did just kind of. I think it was James McFadden or Chris Boyd on Sky.
Foot back on the throttle. This was
say what was that team talk from McInnes, because we didn't change anything. We just did the same things better and with more intensity. And in the 51st minute, which again very apt for Heart of Midlothian,
mental.
Schwolo does quite a good kick. It's a long ball up.
Some hands for that one first half.
It's one knocked down by Shanklin to find Harry Milne. Milne drives inside at like an angle. Like it isn't like directly forward. It's like horizontal to everything, basically. Finds Claudio Braga, who had quite a quiet first half. for
Still a
his
nuisance, mind
standards.
you.
Oh
But
yeah, for
yes.
his standards, like it was
Yeah,
a bit
I know
of
what
quite
you
a
mean.
He finds Kazarides. He doesn't get an assist because it technically comes off a Celtic player, which is disgusting.
That's bullshit.
Absolutely bullshit. And Kazarides does what Kazarides does every single game. He takes a couple of touches inside and finds a minute amount of space. And you said earlier about fine margins. If you listen to Kazarides' post-match interview, he's asked, every other shot you've pretty much scored from has gone across the
Far
keeper.
post. Yeah, why did you go near post?
Why do you do it? And he went, oh, in the split second I went to hit it, I saw Schmeichel take one step to the left, so I knew he was planning it. So I just went back across him. And it's like, see, with that context, go and watch the game and how quickly everything happens and how far Kazarides is. And watch Schmeichel and watch how little the movement is. Yet Kazarides recognises it.
Maybe he's just saying that to save face, but I don't care if he is.
I don't care if he is. He can do whatever he wants. The man became a dad earlier in the week, whose wee boy is now eligible for Scotland in 20 years' time.
Which is wild.
Can't wait for that.
I can't wait to see it. That'll be amazing.
Dane Murray gets a lot of media attention again for this, as it appears that he pulls his foot out of the way as the ball is travelling.
Mental as a result.
Absolutely insane. My dad, coming out of the game, said that he feels like Kazarides is the best winger we've had since Neil McCann in terms of a winger that can do both. Because for so long, we've had wingers that can either hit the byline really well and put in an amazing cross, or cut in and hit a good shot.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're a fullback with Kazarides? Because if you show him outside, he'll just burn you and put in a great ball. If you show him inside, he'll come in and hit a ridiculous effort, and 9 times out of 10 will go in.
I think you fake an injury pre-match and just say, no, not today.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. Somebody else can.
Interested.
Braga has kind of been the media darling of the new signings. Finley's been included a lot with Finley and Halkett as a partnership.
Very much as a partnership, yeah.
Is Kazarides the best signing we've made this summer? I don't think there is an actual answer to this, by the way, because Braga...
It's a good question, though. It's a good question.
It's just wild that I think there's probably 3 or 4 names that you could argue. Schwolo as well. Schwolo's just come in and be like flawless. McEntie's a centre mid playing at right back.
I think in terms of what the football club has been crying out for years, your dad has essentially highlighted the fact that throughout our entire lives we've not had a winger that can do both, such as Neil McCann. So in terms of, from a, not a desperation viewpoint, but kind of
a requirement.
For a player profile that we are craving, Alexandros Kazarides is probably the best signing. The media darling, as you've excellently described, is Claudio Braga. And I think that's because of the song.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he's absolutely beautiful. And everything is made of kind of, there's excitement to sign for Hearts. He's here. He's delighted with the opportunity.
He's scoring hundreds of goals.
Whereas Alexandros Kazarides is like... He's got a je ne sais quoi. He's got his fucking slit in his eyebrow. He's just a cool guy.
He's like, I am better than everybody here, so I'm not going to make a lot of noise.
Like, I'm kind of taken back to my childhood because I wanted to be David Templeton when I grew up. Yeah. Kids will want to be Alexandros Kazarides when they want to grow up.
I wanted to be Kevin McKenna. But...
What a shagger. What a hero. I'm delighted that he's become a father. Yeah. Mental how life is shaped now for him, because regardless of what happens, he's going to have a link to Scotland now with his son, which is just amazing. And I love the fact that he'll have been desperate for his missus to squeeze out the baby with the massive match at the weekend taking centre stage, which he was incredible in.
Yeah.
Like, what a week for him. What a day for us. A Greek god. Our Gorgie Greek god. What a man.
That's a good title.
I love you.
That's such a... I love that, because everything else is like soliloquies, metaphors, things. That's the plainest, just like, I fucking love you. You're good. Don't leave.
I'm obsessed with him. I'm going to be heartbroken.
Honestly,
heartbroken.
we didn't even really get a bit of time to catch our breath because the media darling was like, I'm here as well, by the way. Don't forget about me.
He's definitely raging that Kazarides has basically already written the headline. Like, shit, I need to step my game up.
Because within 90 seconds, another long ball from Schwolo. Maybe I'm selling him short. Maybe I'm wrong. Because
it's amazing what we choose to remember, isn't it?
Yeah. A long ball up is flicked on wonderfully by Shankland. Braga
also excellent.
Shankland was the best player for us in the first half. I'm remiss to mention him. His energy, especially, was unbelievable.
Pressing from the front.
Yeah.
We didn't see that towards the back end of last season.
No.
I'm like, see if he'd have just done that. Like,
he was so good yesterday. He was so good.
So pleased for him as well.
He flicks it on to Claudio Braga, who looks at who he's running alongside and goes, "Oh, it's the worst Celtic defender of all time statistically. I'm just going to let him kick my ankle." Now, we get a penalty. In the immediate moment, I went, he has went down like he has been shot. This is going to get overturned. Claudio, what are you doing? But then...
No, can I just say on the telly, Stonewaller? I was
the thing.
Screaming for it. Literally, the car alarm was going off again. I'm like, fucking penalty ref! It's got to be! And then there was the debate amongst the commentary team in the VAR. I'm like, this cannot possibly be overturned. It's as Stonewaller penalty as you're ever going to see. And then you kind of, the ghosts of decisions past are kind of haunting me. I'm like, no, this is it.
Yeah.
And they're going to go up and equalise.
Yeah. I will say I also watched a couple of live streams for Celtic fans when I got back who are like furious and saying it's a dive. Which is just hilarious. But yeah, you watch it back and he makes complete contact with Braga's ankle.
And he anticipates the contact coming, I think, Braga. Like, you mentioned about his thoughts as to him coming over. And given the nuke that he's had, Braga just goes, foul's definitely coming here.
Yeah.
No problem. Like, come ahead, bang. Down he falls, as you say, like a sack of spuds. And then even gets up and is like, definite penalty.
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate this, come on. I love also, I didn't notice it at the time because I'm celebrating the fact that we get a penalty. Cammy Devlin just walks up and pats Dean Murray on the face. So I love him so much.
I hadn't seen that back till I watched the highlights again today. I'm like, oh my God, I missed that in real time. Incredible shit.
So good. Lawrence Shankland on his 150th game for Hearts.
76 goals now, is it?
Just like...
ridiculous. And what a penalty as well, by the way, because Kasper Schmeichel obviously goes the right way, but it's right in the corner, knows exactly where he's placing it. Good night, Vienna. Have that.
And that, unbelievably, was that. Because for the rest of the game, maybe not every Hearts fan, pessimistic people like me were terrified for half an hour. Because we've scored 2 quick goals, but there's so much time left.
This doesn't happen.
No.
And you're thinking, if we've scored 2 that quickly, they can just as quickly
score 2,
4. If not even quicker.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, I'm with you. It was only when it hit 90 minutes and you see the additional time, you think, I'm fairly confident they can see this out now.
I cannot believe the brass neck, the balls on the individuals that chose to do the Poznan / the huddle with half an hour left of that game.
Unbelievable.
I was not a part of that.
I was pissing myself. I thought that was incredible.
It was amazing, but I was just thinking, when we get beat here, it's going to be the worst thing ever. We started chatting sacked in the morning. We started singing Hearts Are Falling Apart.
That as well.
We started
but this is like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, they're singing sacked in the morning.
We started Olaying at the 75th minute. And it's like, lads, it's going to be about 5 minutes added on here. There's 20 minutes left. But people are just smarter and braver than me.
You're worried that you were going to see Stephen McManus coming along and just jogging along that touchline.
Exactly. However, with the exception of one other great Alexander Schwolo save that is down on his right-hand side and he pushes it away in about the 80th minute.
Was that the one from
Shin goes for a shot. Nothing happened. I will say it's very funny that James Forrest came on and was the best player by a mile. That just sums up where Celtic are right now. McGregor became anonymous. Schmeichel,
70-year-old James Forrest having to pick them out. Even Luke McCowan is at least having a pop. And I'm like,
he looked all right coming on.
But as you say, couple efforts from range that look a lot closer than they actually are. But again, like I'm going to be quite scathing here in that I watched Celtic towards the kind of last half hour after we'd gone 3-1 in front, and I'm thinking this is just emblematic of what I saw from Hearts last season.
Yeah.
For the vast majority, it's like have all the possession you want, but if you don't look threatening, like what's the point? And
It doesn't matter.
even the stats after the game, it's like
Yeah.
Celtic I think ended up with about 65% possession. You could not have told that in terms of
65%
performance.
possession with 16 shots, I believe it was, but sorry, no, 65% possession with only 8 shots, and of those 8,
2 on target.
only 2 on target.
Yeah. So what does that tell you? Absolutely rank. And no wonder the fans are ringing in every single radio show and every, phone in and what have you, going Tonto. I don't blame them. It's absolute comedy gold. Inject that content into my veins. It's so good.
Get it up, the patronising bastard that is Brendan Rodgers. For after the game...
I'm delighted that you're going to bring this up. He is by far and away the most dislikable Celtic manager of our lifetime. Easily. Yeah, and I include Neil Lennon in that. There's a lot that dislike Neil Lennon. I actually thought he was quite complimentary, Hearts, in his punditry yesterday.
I couldn't believe how complimentary he was.
And I think he's a far better pundit. Like, I actually like him as a pundit. I like what he has to say. Brendan Rodgers is just actively dislikable. A complete wanker who, when his teams get beat, will literally shy away from any proportion of the blame. Like, you could blame it. Do you remember when Hearts beat Celtic at Tynecastle and he came out slating the length of the grass?
Yeah. That was a made-up thing that he did then. Here's another made-up, and I wanted to quote him.
Was it the direct... What was it? Direct balls or something?
Celtic is a club whose DNA is about playing football, and we'll never lose that. Hearts is totally different. It's a different DNA here. The ball is direct. The supporters love that. It's a second ball fight, set pieces. Celtic haven't become winners in that way. Now, Ailey Barber smashed it. In that game...
She is good. I'll give her her dues. She is a very good presenter.
In that game, Hearts only played 13 more long balls than Celtic across the entire 90 minutes. And, as in fairness to all of them, Chris Boyd, James McFadden, Neil Lennon and Ryan McGowan, who I bumped into as he was going down the stairs from the studio up.
Gowser was hilarious as well in commentary. Yeah. He's a hoot. He's made for the telly as soon as his playing career's done.
Fair play to all of them for immediately calling out how it's deflection tactics, it's patronising, it's bollocks, and it also
very animated as well. I mean, I know it's obviously anti-Celtic, but it's pro Hearts, and I'm thinking, when did you turn into a Jambo?
Yeah. And as Gowser said, like, oh yeah, big 6'6" Kazarides on the wing and 6'10" Claudio Braga. It's just, I said it. I have never seen that where Hearts went toe-to-toe with Celtic and played them off the park. Like we deserved that and more.
You can have your DNA. All I'm interested in is JTA.
Well done.
Suck on that, Brendan. You fucking bell end.
And it's like, listen. Right now, do I think Hearts are going to win the league? No. Do I think Hearts are going to even get really close to win the league? No. But it doesn't matter to me right now because it's like, right now, I can start to see what Bloom was saying. And I never thought I would. Never thought I would. And
we never deemed this possible. It is.
No.
It's unbelievable. And I get that. But, I mean... Talk about Brendan Rodgers again, Charlie Mulgrew. I mean, against Kilmarnock. I mean, if you watch their coverage again, it was like, oh yeah, Hearts can enjoy it. It's 8 games. It's not going to last.
Yeah,
and it's like it's not really about if it lasts or not, Charles. Like we're merely enjoying the fact that this time last year, if you rewind the clocks back a year, we were absolutely dog shit. There was no sign of any positivity on the park whatsoever. It looked like a bloated squad, a squad that was full of passengers, aren't interested, no clear style of play, aren't picking up results and deservedly find themselves in the bottom 6. So fast forward a year, I'm going to enjoy the fact that Hearts are top of the league. There's players that I adore watching in a maroon shirt that seemed a long way off this time last year. And yes, it might not last for 38 games. I notice he's immediately backtracked saying, oh, hold on a second, Hearts might actually be here to stay. So how has your mind changed in a week? Just because, based off what, one game?
Yeah.
And this is a pundit that gets, he's got a slot on Go Radio Football Show on a Monday night now. He's never off Premier Sports. Like, and again, it's a guy that has failed in management. Like, I don't care at what level. At Kelty Hearts, his record was a disgrace. So why on earth are we listening to what Charlie Mulgrew has to say? What? Because he won a couple of trophies with Celtic. What Celtic player doesn't win trophies with Celtic?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute wanker.
To go back to the positives, I want just the scenes after the game was amazing, with Bloom celebrating with his family. Derek
He's
McInnes,
heralded a hero, Tony Bloom.
aye, McInnes going
Not
like
even done
this.
anything yet, but what a
This
guy.
is ours. After the game, and a thing that I've not really seen picked up on, and I'd like to give respect because I feel like he's also a guy that isn't getting the respect he kind of deserves. It was lovely seeing Graham Jones singing the Hearts song at the end as well, because it's like he's also been a key reason all these guys are here. Fuck off, Joe Savage, you prick. This is who we need. This guy who just quietly, I know I'm saying he's not getting the respect he deserves. It's kind of the point of a DOF that you just never really hear him and he just quietly brings you good players.
Goes about his business and seems to work well in tandem with our new head coach, stroke manager, whatever you want to call him. I'm glad you've given the gaffer some credit as well, because I did think to myself, last season, we didn't beat any of Aberdeen, Hibs, Celtic, or Rangers. We've faced all four in the opening 9 fixtures, and we've beaten every single one at the first time of asking. So, you could talk about the squad that's being assembled, you can talk about Tony Bloom and all his cash, but one of the best summer signings that we made was the man in the dugout.
Yeah.
And it's fact, because he knows this league inside out. Everybody said that he could only work with domestic players. That was a criticism of mine, because the media would have you believe that Derek McInnes has never worked with foreign talent. He has been nothing short of sensational, and he deserves just as many plaudits as the playing squad, the Hearts hierarchy, whoever you want to give credit to. What a man. I hope he had several pints last night and had a fantastic slap-up meal. What a guy.
Well, the media darlings, Heart of Midlothian, all conquering, are going on Wednesday night to the one place where it faltered so far this season.
The only stopping ground for the Gorgie juggernaut thus far.
Yep. We travel to Paisley.
Nothing
A sentence that should bring a chill to your spine regardless of the context. As Hearts play St Mirren, as I just referenced, the only issue that has happened this season is that this team are no longer within the League Cup because they were eliminated on penalties by St Mirren. I was about to say Love Street. God, I'm thinking about 40 years ago too much. At New St Mirren Park, Samiza Stadium.
Yes.
As you just said, they're not really the St Mirren of the last couple of seasons we've seen. They're in a wee bit of a stumbling block. They are missing
3 losses on the spin.
3 losses on the spin. They're missing Gogic, who is very key to the way they're playing. Aberdeen finally got a win in this ground for the first time in, I think, 16 games or something like that. Like, absolutely
got an
wild.
eye on the League Cup semi-final at the weekend. It's a good time, dare I say it, to head to Paisley. Does that fill you with overwhelming confidence? Probably not.
I think there has never been a more nailed-on game for us to finally falter in the league. And we just, for some reason, Jamestown Analytics has a bug that comes to Paisley. And we just can't go there and do
the Renfrewshire virus.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm inexplicably just going to go confident and say we'll win 2-1.
Nice. Yeah, back that.
What about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like, if the trade comes to a halt here, then so be it. I also don't think, like, again, we drew 1 each in the cup, lost on pens. Is a 1-1 draw that bad a result in Paisley?
No, that is the big thing. If you had
arguably not. But again, we've kind of highlighted a key absentee at the back. The fact that they've got an eye on Hampden at the weekend, I think there's absolutely no reason why we can't win this game.
Who are your goal scorers?
Alexandros Kizaridis, of course. And
Again, the one game where he kind of was poor, where Kizarida
I think that's
started
down
at
to
Paisley.
setup. Now
Yeah, that's fair.
we'll name the same team yet again. Or will we? Yeah, I think we will.
I think we
And
will, and then well, actually,
we'll
give you
bring some
the
changes. We'll
yeah.
bring some changes on the second half. I will say that Claudio Braga will make amends for his penalty miss, his decisive penalty miss in the
That is
trophy,
fair.
by netting the winning goal. That's what I'd like to see, Daniel McIver. What about you?
I think Braga will score, and I think a substitute
Like a Kabori
Magnuson
or
goal
someone. A Magnuson goal.
because I
Even
think
even Roger.
he was
Roger? More
a-
rogue.
absolutely awful the last time we played in Paisley. He got booked within 4 minutes.
Just speak these redemption arcs
Yeah, exactly.
into the universe. I like it.
And then on Saturday, my hero, Stephen Presley, returns to Tynecastle for the first time in years as Dundee travel to the capital. Now, obviously, there's context that we're missing about our game on Wednesday, but they are one of the two teams not in action on Wednesday, as they had played Livingston when everybody else was playing the League Cup. How do you see that going? Is this the game you're in hospitality for?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
God! I'm probably more nervous for the weekend than I am Wednesday night. Yes, I am. I'm taking 20 people that are like nearest and dearest to dad and whatever. I had initially looked at the Celtic game, however, that was initially the 25th. Thought that'll get picked for the telly, that'll get moved to the day of his 60th birthday. Do I fancy that for hospitality and all his mates? No.
Yeah.
So let's go for a fixture kind of near that. Dad absolutely despised Dundee for obvious reasons. And yes, the first man that lifted a trophy that we saw together is their manager, who's still in the job, so can come back for this one. Yeah, really nervous for that actually because again, like this is horrible. Every game is now massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it
really
literally is.
Is this going to be like a stuffy 1-0 or like a one each or a 2-1 or it'd just be brilliant if we just fucking rolled them over and blew them away. Their fans
3-0.
are not confident. I will say 2-0. Yeah.
Who are
Take
your
that.
goal scorers?
Shankland, because he always seems to score against Dundee, and do you know what I'd really love? I'd love for Cammy Devlin to break his duck.
Oh, that would be great.
So I will speak that into the universe. Maybe I have to cover Devlin as an opening goal. That might be a wee punt. Can I just say, I thought about it for the weekend. I had a look through the prices. Cammy Devlin was 17-2 anytime. What is that?
I have no idea.
Like, do the bookies even how do they come up with these prices? Yeah. They clearly do not watch Cammy Devlin on a weekly basis.
They just got always a centre mid playing in a 4-4-2, so he'll get chances.
Exactly. Like what?
Yeah. I went 3-0, and I am going very rogue, but my logic is I think this will.
I love your goal scorer shouts. The roguer the better. Why not?
I think this will be the game.
Like a Harry Milne or something.
No, I'm not. I think this will be the game that McInnes has to use the squad.
Okay.
And I think it's very sensible to do that.
That strikes the fear into me for this hospitality. I'll tell you that for free.
I think we should really revitalise the squad. Not because I think it is better for the result. I just think we need to start giving guys minutes as we go into this winter period to get them fully up to speed. And bluntly, no offence, Dundee fans, Dundee at home is kind of like the perfect game to do that. So,
much rather that than in midweek, to be fair.
Yeah. My 3 goal scorers
are Kabore.
Yes.
Yeah. Kajota.
Yes.
And who will you say? Oh, somebody like Kabangu.
No, Agio.
I like it. I like it.
Nobody's scored yet this season. It's got to be great. Kajota's got 2 assists, but still. So yeah, a big couple of games ahead. And James McFadden mentioned it on commentary. If we win these 2 games, On Sunday night, we will be 11 points clear of Celtic with a game in hand, but still.
Having played a game more, you mean?
Sorry, I meant they have a
Yeah,
game in hand.
yeah. But that is fucked.
Which is why we're going to
Pardon my
get beat in
French.
both games. And even though Celtic will draw against Falkirk and not play, they'll gain points on us, and it'll be a disaster.
And that'll be through the first round of fixtures. We'll have then played everybody.
Yep. Unbelievable. But before we go,
No
as
pressure,
ever,
boys.
yeah, we have the end is near quiz. Are you
I'm
ready?
amazed, given the tight turnaround, that you've got a quiz prepared here. So, hat off to you for that.
I don't know how good it is.
Oh,
I think if
dear
you've
God.
paid attention to anything in the last 24 hours, you'll get a lot of these answers.
You say this, but see for like these big games, like Twitter just goes into overdrive. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
true. There's a lot.
People just come out of the woodwork and start tweeting all sorts. Like, I
Yeah.
love it. I love some of the patter surrounding, like, particularly if like one of the old firm gets beat, then it's
Yeah.
objectively funny for everybody else. But our fans obviously goading it kind of more so as just the ideal scenario.
So, question 1 is not a multiple choice. Actually, you don't have a multiple choice.
Oh dear, that does not bode well.
You've got 3 normal. I've just realised that
you've got
now.
to kind of rely on something.
I've just realised that now.
Oh dear. Right. Okay.
Question number 1. Yesterday was the first time Hearts have named the same side 5 games in a row since which season?
You bastard, because I'm pretty sure I saw it was 2010, and I think it's 2010-11. That would make more sense. So
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The good times keep going. He's 1 for 1. It's 10-11.
At least it's not a donut. Don't care what happens now for the rest of the quiz. Thanks.
When was the last time a non-Old Firm team had an 8-point lead at the top of the Premier League?
Was it Aberdeen in '85? Did I see that on the SPFL's account? No.
It was Hearts and Midlothian under George Burley, 05-06.
Really?
According to Ailey Barber, for one day we had it. We had it for one day, and then the next day Celtic played or something and brought it back to 5.
I thought I saw the SPFL tweet that it was Aberdeen in '85.
Well,
but
if that's wrong, take it up with Ailey Barber and Sky.
do you know what, McIver? I don't really care.
Fair. I mean the folk who get annoyed at me on socials after some of these quiz questions.
No, I don't care.
True or false?
It's not that deep. It's just a laugh at the end of the episode,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Calm down, everybody. We also got criticised for being too loud last week. Fuck off! True or false?
Just turn the volume down.
Yeah, it's all right.
You do what you want.
We're Gen
Free
Z,
world.
by the way. True or false? Lawrence Shanklin's current goal-to-game ratio is 2.
Goal to game ratio,
Yeah.
as in like a 1 in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure is it not 76 and 150. We spoke about this earlier, and you just talked about something else after I said it's 76 goals. So yes, I'm going to say true. That would make it true. Does it not? Help me.
It's false because it's 1.999 because it's 76 and 150. 75 would be 1. You said it. You literally said it.
The fact is 19999. Like, of course it is. Of course it is.
150 games, 76 goals, 25 assists. So 101 goal contributions in 150 games. Don't do the Morelos celebration
Sorry,
after
I'm just
that.
saying that he's I was doing more McInnes post-match. He's ours.
Final question.
Fuck you, Morelos.
In all competitions, how many goal contributions does Kizaridis have for Hearts?
The fact this isn't multiple choice is
I can give you
alarming.
multiple choice if you want. It's 12 games. And is it 8, 9, 10, or 11?
See, I had 9 in my head. Is it 6 and 3? But now I feel like 8 has been kind of a lucky number throughout the episode and through. Don't fucking nod your head like that at me. I will say 9 because I initially thought it was 9, but it's probably going to be 8 now, isn't it?
It's 10.
Oh, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
In 12 games.
Both wrong.
12 games, he's got 5
6 and
goals
4?
and 5
Or
assists.
5 each. What a guy.
10 and 12 is just insane. Braga's got something like 8 and 13 as well.
It is nuts. I mean, 500,000 for the pair of them. Like,
Unbelievable. Right. You're Who Am I?
after possibly the worst quiz performance of all time. Brilliant.
No, you've got 0 multiple times. Right. I played in a hugely successful Hearts team.
Was it winning this top?
In just under a decade, I made 60 appearances for my country.
Oh, for my country, okay.
Despite a career spanning 20 years, I only played for 4 clubs. I scored 1 single goal for Hearts. And after leaving Hearts, I only played 7 more games of professional football and quietly retired. Who am I?
7 games after us, and that was it? Oh my God. 1 goal for us.
Yep.
Oh, this is a stutter.
Yep. I'm chuffed. Considering the short turnaround, I'm chuffed with this.
How on earth did this player pop into your head? Or was it just a case of, I'll go back in time, find a successful team, and there's somebody that you won't think of?
No.
So you actively thought of this person?
Yeah.
That's not one of my questions, by the way.
Yep. Question 1 done. You've got another one. You fucked yourself.
Jesus. Oh my God. Right, well, I'm obviously going to ask, between what years or which seasons did they play for Hearts? That has to be one. It's going to be 05, 06, isn't it?
Between 2005 and 2007.
Fuck it off. 1 goal for Hearts. That's really annoying. 2005. It's the country thing as well, so it's obviously like a random Lithuanian that we've just. There's 1 goal. Oh my God. Can I go back and see which Lithuanians we've done? Is that allowed?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I don't know how you'll quickly find them, but
because I've got the list. For those that don't know, I do keep the list of all the Who Am I's. So I'm hoping that McIver hasn't done something that we've already done.
I don't think we've done this person. I searched it in the list and they didn't come up. So unless you've just no put them in.
Oh, yeah, but to be fair, I have updated it week upon week. Have you, like, the same can't be said for you? Or have you?
Yeah.
Oh, God. See, I've got like I thought about somebody like an Ivaskevicius, but we've done him in one.
Yeah, we did. I was going to say that was ages ago.
Oh, God almighty. Is it like a Benny Useless? Or who is it? Oh no, Benny Useless was done 163. Oh no. And McIver said that they've not come up. I can't think of anybody. Why is it only like a handful of Lithuanians that were actually good? We just took about 70 of them. Oh no. Think, man. Come on. I usually say, because even I'm thinking somebody now like an Ibrahim Tal, but again 166. Oh no! Oh, this is horrible.
I don't think we've done this person.
Any of these names sound familiar? No.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh dear God! I don't really want to ask for nationality, but I feel like I have to just to try and narrow it down. Am I allowed to? I've had a shocker in the quiz. Surely I'll ask the nationality or who they played for. Like,
why wouldn't you? You've still got another question.
Yeah, okay. What nationality was this former Hearts player?
What the fuck's going on? This man was Greek.
A Greek? Have you done this to spite me, you fucker? Is this who I think it is? Is this the only Greek that I forgot previously? I somehow forgot this other Greek god. I think it fucking is. I swear to God, if this is. I'm trying to think of his goal. I can't remember his goal. Oh, it has to be because like he came in after winning the Euros. It's got to be Takis Visas. It has to be. Please tell me there is. It's got to be.
This season, on the left-hand side of the park, we have a Greek god playing for Hearts. And 20 years ago, in a more defensive position, Hearts did the exact same. As Takis Visas is the right answer.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It happened again! You were going, there's Lithuanians, but I'm like, what is he doing? It's part of a hugely successful Hearts squad. He made over 60 appearances for his country. And I'm like, he's still got a question. Just ask someone.
Oh, why did I make things so
Benny Useless and Ivas Kevichus.
You can't fault me for thinking it was a random Lithuanian. Come on,
it was when you went,
of them.
It was like, did you remember this player? It's like, yeah, I do. I really do remember. You don't, but I really remember this player.
I didn't previously. Oh, Takis, I'm so sorry. I hope I redeemed myself by remembering you in inverted commas here.
So yeah, to explain the clues, I played in a hugely successful Hearts team. He's probably the best left back we've ever seen. In just under a decade, I made 60 appearances for my country, including winning the fucking Euros in 2004.
The biggest underdog story in international football history.
Yep. Despite a career spanning 20 years, I only played for 4 clubs. Do you know the 4 clubs that he played for?
Did he leave Hearts for Panathinaikos? Am I right in saying that?
Correct. He had 2 separate stints at Panathinaikos, and he is now their ambassador and strategy consultant.
It was some sporting director or something.
Yeah.
I want to say, I want to say Benfica or somebody.
Correct. We got him from He left Benfica in the summer of 05.
Who would Benfica sign?
You will not. He signed them from. They signed them from Panathinaikos.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You won't get this. I don't know who this team was.
So this was somebody to Panathinaikos.
This was his first team. This was his youth career, and he played for 8 years for them.
Asteras Tripolis. No idea.
No, it's Panionios.
Oh, Panionios. Right. Okay.
I've
actually heard of them, believe it or not. But
they're also in Athens. Okay. So I imagine they're close to Panathinaikos.
The wee feeder club.
So yeah, Panionios, then Panathinaikos, Benfica, us,
Hearts.
and then he left us in the summer of 2007, went back to Panathinaikos, only played 7 games, then retired. He retired the season after leaving us. He was insane, 32. Actually.
That's a crime to the sport.
Yeah, just insane. But yeah,
Marcus.
Well done for and sorry, his only goal for us came in a league game against Motherwell on the 9th of December 2006.
Motherwell. Was that 3-1?
4-1.
4-1.
Yep. The other goal scorers were... Neil McCann got the assist.
Oh, very nice.
Paul Quinn scored an own goal before Velichka scored the third, and Bruno Aguiar scored a free kick.
Of course he did. Now, so a Greek and a Portuguese scored in the same game.
Oh my God, man! It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. With Scottish guys making up with it.
A Scottish core surrounded by a Greek and a Portuguese.
It never would work. In fact, that was the 06-07 season where we were shite. But it's fine. It doesn't matter.
No mad Lithuanians, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's where all the similarities end, despite the barrel loads that we brought over.
Yeah, doesn't matter. But we hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you're not enjoying these episodes, why are you here? Like, what is the point? And we realised that today is the 6-year anniversary of Perth to Paisley being created. It wasn't the anniversary of the first episode.
The idea of Perth to Paisley.
Yes. We're in a car back for Kilmarnock and we're like, maybe we should do this.
Love story begins.
Exactly. And look where we are now, 213 episodes later. A lot of shit, a lot of good, and the best is very much yet to come, it seems.
Exactly. Put Daniel McCarthy. You've got better in this 6 years.
I'd like to think so. Yeah. It would be. Listen, don't go back and listen to that first episode. Jesus wept, man. I do it once a year to kind of give myself a wee bit of belief.
A reminder as to how far we've come.
Yeah, we're actually not too bad at this now. But if you have enjoyed it, please leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice. If you've been watching us beaming for an hour and a bit on YouTube, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Perth to Paisley on all the socials. perthtopaisley@gmail.com if you want to fire us over an email. Adam, where can they get you on all the socials?
You can find me sharing Greece's astonishing run to lift Euro 2004 at Kendo's column.
I thought you were just going to say sharing Greece medley stuff. And to be honest, I'd support that as well. Fair play for Aki Valley. But we'll be back next week to talk about everything that happened for the St Mirren game, everything that happened for the Dundee game, get Adam's review of Hearts Hospitality. Are you in the Skyline Lounge or the Gorgie?
The Gorgie Suite.
Nice.
Oh, well, not made of money.
I've been to the Skyline Lounge, courtesy of Robert Borthwick. So name dropping at the end of that episode. The big dog that is Robert Borthwick. But we'll be back next time to discuss all of that and anything else. But until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.